man. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure, man. What's up?
Well, I noticed that you kind of have three starting goalies, and you're not using all of them.
Yeah, we had to do a little shuffling, but yeah, we really like our goalies, that's for sure.
Yeah, so can I have one?
What?
Well, can I borrow one? Can I borrow one?
No. No, you can't.
Well, no. See, it's just because we don't have any at this point. None.
What happened to Anderson?
Injured.
Tokarski?
COVID.
Subban?
Injured.
Dell and Hauser?
Injured. COVID.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen?
Injured.
Fuck, man, maybe you should get in there for him.
You think I could do that?
I mean, not gonna make him any worse.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, that is a dub. But seriously, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? This game was a 1 out of 10 on the excitement factor. I mean, that was... Oh. And I don't know if it was because who we were playing, and I was like, you know what, let's just win this game and get on to the next team. Like, there just wasn't a lot of drama involved. Or if it was the fact that the play was really slow for the first 48-ish minutes. The expected goals was still in the ballpark of a normal game. I don't know. I mean, huge saves by Ullmark in the end. Open nets that were missed or blocked. There was some fun stuff, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it until the very end, and even then I was kind of like, God, don't lose to this team, please. A dub's a dub. Was this a good dub? Well, we've talked about these in the past where it's like, hey, when is a dub not a dub? No, it wasn't a good dub. But this was a win. A win that they had to have. I know it's weird to say about game 41 of an 82-game season. But a win that they had to have at least for where we're at right now. And they got the win. Good. Arizona is terrible. Worst power play in the league, second worst penalty kill, second worst goals allowed per game, and second worst goals for per game. They're awful. Part of that is their goaltending. Wedgwood here, his stats across the board are bad. They're bad. But coming into this game, his last 4 starts, he had not posted above an 890, I think. And I think his average over those 4 starts was a .86 something. That's really bad. That is like that is just, you shouldn't be in the league bad. I don't want to say that about Wedgwood. He had some really good saves tonight. He has a .947 save percentage tonight. Making bad goalies look good. It's a Bruins specialty. I guess we could talk about some interesting stuff that happened today. Swayman got recalled. He's actually going to be traveling to Dallas to meet up with the team. Grosdick was actually on the bench for this because Rask is now day-to-day. He tweaked something. That's all the information I have. That's probably all we're going to get for now. He had a setback. That's okay. Not a big deal. If he's day-to-day and they're listed him as day-to-day, that's fine. The reaction, the first news that broke this afternoon was that Swayman, who was supposed to start, about an hour before the game it came out that he was not starting and would not be on the bench. And everyone started to speculate. They went to their trade machines and they started going. And that's fun. It's a fun thing to do. It's a fun thing to do. I'm too critical of people having fun doing that. But there was some really bad overreactions. And the people seemed like they meant it. When the most obvious scenario out of all of that was, oh, Rask or Ullmark tweaked something and we need a goalie. That felt like a really obvious answer to me, I guess. I don't know. And I think a lot of people kind of went, oh, something must have happened with our 2 goalies. Ullmark is going to get the start in the game because Rask, who we thought was starting again, seems to have tweaked something. Ullmark was spectacular. Grizz is back, up on the top pair with McAvoy. That means Vach gets bumped down, but he takes Clifton's spot in the third pair, and he goes on the right side. Now, Forbort's, one of the big things about acquiring Forbort was supposed to be about how he could play either side. Now, I'm not against Vach moving to the right if he's comfortable there, right? But I have been very much on the book saying I want, when young guys get brought up for them to have security in one position. I want to see if Vok can continue to play at a top 4 pace, but leave him in a steady spot. That means playing the same side. Now, he was actually pretty good tonight, playing the offside, so I guess I'm kind of whining about nothing, but I don't like shifting the young guy when you have a veteran who supposedly can do it. Like, let's go with the veteran. Lastly, before we get started, did it feel like to anyone else that no one wanted to be there? Like, none of the players seemed all that involved, including the Coyotes side. And again, last 10 minutes of the third, there was a lot more energy, but it just felt like no one wanted to be there. I don't know. I really couldn't get into this game, I guess. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a bad fan. Maybe that's it. We're gonna talk about something in a little bit that you're gonna see why I'm a bad fan. I'm a bad fan. Puck drops, and right away, we're pretty dominant. We're not getting a lot of shots. We're not going nuts in front of the net, but we're holding the puck the entire time. $1.15, Hollow whiffs on a shot from the slot. Wide open shot, just whiffs on it. 15 seconds later, Chychrun is gonna go, it's future Bruin, Chychrun. He is gonna go for holding the puck and throwing it. We do almost nothing with the power play. We have one big chance with Jakey, but the rest of it, we can barely get in the zone. It's just a dominant first 7. 7:30 left, and we're finally going to get something. Forbor on the left point, flings it towards the net, goes off a defender. Pasta collects that rebound, goes through the legs around him, dekes on Wedgwood, and he's selling this deke shot. Everyone thought he was shooting, and he pushes the puck last second to Haula, who basically has an openish net in the slot, and he just pounds it away. That's 1-0. Feel good about it. Great. We let our foot off the gas. This is a good win. It's not a good win, but it's a win, and I don't want to be too critical, but them even staying with us throughout this game is so frustrating for all of us, I think. And I think it is more frustrating when you look at the first 15 minutes of the game and go, we were the much better team. I can't say that for the rest of the game. 1:56 left, and these are multiple failed clearances. The Yotes are just keeping the puck in, keeping the pressure on. They're down on the left wall. Puck gets punched out to Keller on the left dot. He's going to push it farther to Ghost Despair on the right point, and he is going to take space and get a commit from the entire defensive unit. Everyone looks at him and basically shifts as if he's shooting, but he doesn't. He whips this pass over to Schmaltz, future Bruin Schmaltz. Should say that about everyone. And then Schmaltz just fires this on Olmark low blocker. It is so frustrating how much of this puck Olmark got, especially when you know that was the difference between a shutout and not a shutout. He got a massive amount of this, and he just couldn't hold his push, and he turns a little bit, puck gets in. Brutal. That goal is only bad, not really on Olmark or anybody. Yeah, he had a lot of it. I wish he got it. And there's some defensive stuff there with the clearances. But the annoying part is that the energy just dipped for us. And that allowed the Coyotes to really make that push in the first place. So it's a tie game. And that's all that happened in the first. I mean, this is going to be such a short recap because nothing happened this game. And the second is horrid to start. We look terrible. We can't get the puck out of our zone. When we do, we give it up in the neutral zone, and we actually get it on the offensive zone. We turn the puck over with a bad pass. In our own zone, we're whipping the puck around the boards when no one's there, just giving it back, and it's not even getting out of the zone. It's just an awful look for this team. 8 minutes left is my first real note. 8 minutes left of the period. The first 12 minutes are just a litany of bullshit. 8 minutes left, and Ghost is going to go for tripping. On to the power play. We're not doing a lot with it, but with about 20 seconds left, Mac is going to get the puck, walk down, and just take a snapshot mid-blocker. It squeaks through the arm. It's 2-1. We take the lead. Power play goal. Great. So you don't feel good about it. There's no way we could score this goal, and you were like, yeah, show those Yotes. Yeah. No, you were kind of like, all right, good. Now can we just put the skate on the throat, finish this? 6 minutes left. Riley's going to go for interference. It's a bad penalty, and Riley just might be our bad penalty guy this year. There's always one every year, and it's not always the same guy. Now, Riley has had penalty issues in the past, This year really feels like, hey guys, I'm gonna take a lot of you don't know why I did that penalties. Just a lot of them. So be ready for that. We take care of business, kill that off. 3 minutes left. Bleed is going to take a stick up high. Looks like it's Schmaltz at the first glance, and it's going to be a double minor. They're going to review this, find out it was McAvoy's stick, no penalty at all. Good. That's what the review is for. Fine. Period's going to end 2-1. 26 seconds left. Lazar does his patented cream the goalie and hope the goal stands. He got a penalty for his efforts. Period's going to end 2-1. We're going to start the third with a penalty kill for about 1 minute and 35 seconds. We kill that. 2:14 into the third. This was the most interesting thing that happened in the game to me. Roussel and McAvoy get into it, and they both give each other the perpendicular cross check. Mac's stick breaks, I think. I think it was his stick that breaks. This was just looking like some sort of scrummy stuff after whistle, but Roussel just sheds him and starts beating the brakes off McAvoy, who still has his gloves on, who's just ducking down. He's just beating the shit out of the guy. Those aren't fun to watch because you're like, the guy's not fighting. The guy's not fighting back. His gloves are still on. This isn't a fight. They end up calling double minor on Roussel, a minor on Mac. I mean, people were upset, but in my book, I guess the difference would be you just do 2 minutes and don't have Max sit in the box so you can keep him out for the power play. I guess that's what you can be upset about. Either way, it's still a 2-minute power play for us, and I don't really care if we're missing one guy off the power play unit that much. Unless it's Marchand. As soon as the power play expires, because of course we do nothing with it, Marchand is just dancing out there, spinning in circles, and he gets tripped up. We're going to go right back to the power play. We're going to give up a huge opportunity that I do not know how they don't score on immediately. And then we are going to take a penalty because that's just what we do. 26 seconds remaining in the power play. We take a penalty. It's 4v4 for 26 and then a $1.34 penalty kill. We do kill it. So that's good. Our penalty kill was really good tonight. In the last 5 minutes of the game, the Yotes felt like they missed 4 open nets. They couldn't buy one. They had chances left and right. They pulled their goalie with about 2 minutes left. We couldn't score on that because, just can't do the empty net thing. It should have been an exciting end to the game, and I still couldn't get into it. I needed this just to be a win. I really didn't care how we won the game. I move on to a team that's more interesting to play. I don't enjoy playing last place teams in the league unless it's an absolute blowout, which is always fun because we're just scoring a bunch of goals. This was not fun. Game ends 2-1. Let's talk about the game note I have and why I'm a terrible fan. Olmark, great game. 1 goal allowed. Just absolutely great game. A 30 shot, somewhere around there. He had a bizarre game. In this, throughout the last 10 minutes, I was thinking about this way before that last 10. Did he look comfortable to you guys? I know there's a couple goalies who watch the channel. Am I seeing something weird? Because he just never looked comfortable. He was getting pieces of pucks. They were going under the pads. He was making the saves, and this is not a criticism. I'm not trying to criticize. Was this a weird game by Olmark, though? Because it really felt weird. I wasn't worried about him letting the puck in, but I also kept watching him going what is happening? This is unusual. It felt unusual, I guess. I don't know. I'd really love your take on that, because I didn't know what I was watching. Maybe this is just a weird game for me personally, and all you guys are like, this is a really normal game. It was interesting to us. We had fun with it. Olmark looked fine. And maybe everything I've said, you're just like, maybe you're just tired, man. I don't know. Not fun. Not a fun game. That does it for me. That's all I got. That's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I don't have anything special to say about this game. On to Dallas. Dallas Sunday. I'm excited for that one. That should be a fun little game. Go Bees!